Oh, hey Facebook. How are you? I'm just making my big salad. Thanks for joining me. I call making a big salad investing in my health. If you're watching me, if you're on right now, let me know if you can see and hear me okay. So, are you investing in your health today? What are you making? What are you cooking for dinner tonight? Whew. I've been chopping and slicing and dicing and cleaning and drying. You know what? It's time for a glass of wine. It's Friday. Happy Friday. This is a number 3. I enjoy this one. This is called Night Star Sweet Red. It's a German red. It's a number 3. I like it. Always drink your red wines at room temp. At least I do. I enjoy it that way. If I'm having white wine, I'll chill it. And I will drink a drier white wine. I'll drink a 2, sometimes a 1, depending on what it is. But I tend to drink reds in the winter and whites in the summer. It's more what I like. So if you're joining me, hey Kiko, let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm going to show you some tips about how I make my salad. And the tools I use. First of all, I use a good sharp knife. I think you can see my knife set in the background. Yep, right there. And I have a knife sharpener, and that sharpens it up real nice. I know a stone is better, but that's what I use. Now, I use a method called chop and drop, okay? So I chop it, and I drop it right in my bowl. And I always have everything so I don't have to cross over the floor and go to the sink. And then I've got a big mess on the floor. I don't like that. I like having everything all together, all in one platform, one cupboard, if possible. This is a pretty small island, so I do what I can. And when I say chop and drop, I also mean chop and drop into your garbage. I always put a little bowl, a fairly big bowl with a plastic bag on the counter, and I just chop and drop all the stuff in there that I'm not going to eat. And I also have a garbage. You can't see it, but it's right here. So if you can see, this is my whole workspace. This is where I chop, slice, and dice everything. Okay? It's just handier, it's more efficient, and you don't have the mess all over the floor, and you don't have water slopped back and forth from the sink to the counter. So I've already chopped up my cucumbers, tomatoes, and celery, so I'm going to toss them in the bowl. And I've chopped up my broccoli already, so there that is, right there. Throw that in the bowl. I've pre-made everything, so I wasn't chopping everything while I'm on the go live. So when I say a big salad, this is what I mean. This is what I make, this is what I mean. Huge! So if I don't have company, that'll last me Friday, today's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll only last so long in the fridge. Now, when you save your salad, where's my onions? I'm going to put my onions in here. When you put your salad in the fridge, hold on a sec, I'll grab my plastic. What you do is, you want the least amount of air getting to your veg, okay? I want to give you a bunch of tips today. So when you're making your big salad, it goes as far as it can. You know, you want it to last. You can't eat it all at once. And what you do is when you put the plastic in, you push it right to the veg. You push it right down. You never put it on the lid, like right across this part of the bowl, you push it right down over top of your veg. That way no air gets in there and it doesn't oxidize as fast. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? The cutting board. Now I use a good solid wooden cutting board. I've had this for years. I just take really good care of it. What you can do is put a V on one side for veg, and if you're doing raw meat, kind of carve a little M in the corner for meat. You don't really want to put meat and veg on the same surface. And the other thing too is you want to season your cutting board to make it last. If you can smell it after you've rinsed it off, it needs to be seasoned. Okay, that's a good way to tell. I season mine with EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. EVOO, by the way, just went into the dictionary this year, or at the end of last year. Now it's in the dictionary, extra virgin olive oil. So season up your cutting board. What I do is I just rub extra virgin olive oil all around it. Then I set it on the counter on a couple paper towels, kind of elevate it a little bit, and just let it seep in itself. I use about a couple tablespoons of oil when I season my cutting board. Okay. Sorry, I had an escapee onion there on the floor. I'm just going to show you the dressing I'm going to use today. It's one of my go-tos. Now again with a chop and drop. So this is garlic and I'm going to put it in this dish. So I've just chopped it up and now it's going right into the little dish. Garlic is so sticky and messy. And boy, Mother Nature really protects that garlic. Trying to take the garlic, trying to get it apart it reminds me of when you get something from the computer store. You get a piece of technology at, I don't know, can't think of an example right now, but they're like packaged so tightly you can hardly get them open. It takes me forever. I usually have to get a sharp knife and just start cutting it open. And garlic kind of reminds me of that. It's very tightly packed. Mother Nature has very much built it in such a way that it's very protected, right? So what I do is I just put the garlic clove on the cutting board and then I put the knife over top of it and press it down. And that pulls off the skin. So you can peel your skin off nice and easy. So that's a good little tip. Okay, so to make the dressing, I use balsamic vinegar for flavor and extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is always in my kitchen. It's one of my go-tos. So I put quite a bit of this in. If you're making for a few people, you might want to fill this size of container right up. And then you just put, for myself, I'll just put like a couple tablespoons in. And I can eat it, I mix it up and I can eat it right away. I'm just going to get that a little darker. Oops, I used sunflower oil. I used the wrong oil. Oh boy. Okay, I'll deal with that after. I grabbed the wrong one out of the cupboard. Extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar is what you want. Okay, I'm going to just keep moving on. I want to give you some more tips. So for cucumbers, this was a long English cucumber that I put in my salad today. And I cut off the tip that's got this on the end. And then I move it around in circles on the other end on the cucumber itself, and then move this around in circles for about a minute. And what it does, you can see some of the white on here. It pulls the bitterness out of the cucumber. Been doing it for years. It works great. It just pulls that extra bit of bitterness out of your cucumber. Okay. Celtic sea salt. If you're using table salt right now, I would highly recommend replacing it with this. This is really good for you. Regular table salt has had all the goodness taken out of it and replaced with a bunch of chemicals. I really encourage you to get rid of it and replace it with Celtic sea salt. You can also use Himalayan sea salt as well. Okay, I'll get to that. Debbie Meyer green bags. This is what I use for all my veg all the time. Almost all of it. I got another little tip coming up for you. This lady is this is a great product that Debbie Meyer created. My veg lasts probably, I get 2 to 3 weeks life out of it when it's not in a white plastic bag that comes from the store. I get a lot of life out of this, and you can wash these out and reuse them about 6 times each. So one of these bags really goes a long ways. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. They're about $12 or $14, and I've also ordered from Amazon about the same price. I want to say about the same price, might be cheaper. I buy 3 of these bags at a time, and then they just last. 3 of these bags probably last me, I don't know, a year and a half. And in these bags in this package, there are 20 bags. And they're small, medium, and large. This is a lifesaver. If you don't have this in your kitchen, I recommend that you put it in your kitchen. Glad you're joining me today. This is awesome. Celery. Celery, celery, celery. Most of us love celery, but we don't like buying it because it doesn't keep in the fridge for very long. Well, I've got a great tip for you. Tin foil. That's right. Use tin foil. Now, I get the long rolls. These are the regular size, typical size rolls people normally get, but I get the long roll. And I'll show you what I do. I just put it corner to corner, and I wrap up my celery, and I put it in the crisper. I can get up to a month out of this. I'm not kidding. It's awesome. It depends on the freshness when I pick this up at the store. I try to get it on the day it gets put on the shelf in the store, but that doesn't always happen. Now you can cut these up and individually wrap them and put them in your crisper in the fridge. However, you're going to get more longevity if you leave it with its food source. This is its food source. You want to keep the stalks of celery connected to the food source as long as possible. That's what I do. When I want one stick, I just unroll the whole thing. From the tin foil, I take one stick, wash it off, eat it. Like, really, I'm not kidding. I get up to a month with the celery with wrapping it in tin foil. It's awesome! Protein. Okay, I just brought this stuff home from the grocery store, and I haven't got it in my Debbie Meyer green bags yet. Oh, speaking of food source. If you buy tomatoes with the food source on the vine, put it in the fridge with the vine on it. This is its food source. It'll keep nicer. Anything that you get with a stem on it, leave the stem on it till just before you eat it. Strawberries, whatever it is. Okay, kale and spinach and green leaf lettuce all have protein. Most people don't realize this. Yeah, I gotta get this in Debbie Meyer green bags. The more green they are, the more protein they have. It's a basic rule of thumb. Kale and spinach have a great amount of protein. Seriously. The only problem with veg is you gotta eat it more often. Be creative in how you make it and what kind of natural dressing that you put on it. Natural meaning make your own with healthy ingredients, okay? This kale is a little bit tricky for me to eat, so I steam it, and actually it's really good. It only takes like 15 minutes to steam in my steamer. It's awesome. I actually do the same thing with spinach. And then I test my pH about an hour later after I eat this stuff. And sometimes I sit down and that's all I'll eat, just greens, because I'm not very hungry. This is called pH paper. Now if you're acidic, you'll be in the light green to yellow. If you're pH, you'll be on the bottom row. Oh, back with my glasses. You ultimately want to be 7.2, and that is right there. That's the color of your test that you want to get. If you're at 7.0, that's fine too, but try to keep it consistent at 7.2. And all you do is take off a little strip of paper, you break it off, and you can use your saliva or your urine, and it'll change color quickly. And then you hold it up to your little scale and you can tell what color you are. You can tell where your pH is. This is an awesome measurement that you can do daily at home. You can do it an hour after every meal and it'll check. And what you want to do is stay consistently at 7.2 or 7.0 pH. That's a neutral alkaline acid base, or it's a neutral alkaline acid. See, alkaline is called base, so it gets me a little confused, but you do want a little bit of acidity, but not very much. You want to be more on the alkaline side. You want to be more in the dark green, less in the light green. That's your goal. And with products like this, plant-based products, eating them often, that's how you will keep your pH balanced daily. And that's what you want. Disease cannot live in an alkaline environment, but it lives and thrives in an acidic environment. Now, if you're eating a lot of processed food, chances are you're very acidic. And pop is another bad one. Hair issues. Stop drinking pop. It's very acidic. All these caffeine drinks like Red Bull, very acidic. I've tested them. You need to get those out of your diet. Eggs. I want to talk to you about eggs. These are my free-range brown eggs. This is all I ever bring home. If all I can find is free run, that's what I will do. I got these at the store. If I wanted to take this to a healthier level, it would be locally. I can't find anybody to deliver 1 dozen eggs every week or two. The people that want to deliver, they want to deliver, 6 dozen at once, multiples. So I have to get them from the store for now, but I'm always focusing on how I can change that and get them locally. But to get them from the store, this is my best option. Free range or free run. Most white eggs, chickens are force fed. So that energy comes in the egg and it goes into you when you consume the egg. If the chicken is not stressed and it's free run, free range, it's eating and pecking around and living a quality life, living normally and naturally. It's not sitting in a cage force-fed with who knows what, and gained weight and made to produce eggs as often and as quickly as they can. So all that bad energy is going into the egg. Ugh, it just grosses me. I won't even eat them. I won't bring them to the house. Yeah, not my thing. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you today? The wine is really good. Hope you're having a glass. I hope you are investing in your health today. If you're not, I would encourage you to do so tomorrow. Start soon. One of the ways you can invest in your health is start eating more green leaf vegetables with protein. Eat more salads. Make your own dressings. Oh, by the way, without homemade dressing with the garlic, balsamic vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, my other go-to is strictly lemon. Fresh squeezed lemon on my salad with some Celtic sea salt and some fresh ground pepper. That's it. You know, once your taste buds get away from bottled, store-bought and salad dressings, you don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Your palate changes and you feel the health differences. Never did learn how to juggle, but if I juggled, I would do it for you right now. So it's only one. Your palate will change. It's a change. You're used to the processed food. You're used to the heavy sugars and heavy salts in these processed foods. But unfortunately, over time, we get sick. And this is definitely one of the reasons why we get sick. Our body has just got such a heavy acidic load. Acidic. Our bodies have a heavy acidic load. And they're doing what they can to make our body is a machine. It's trying to turn the acidity in the body into alkaline, but it can only do so much. You must feed it the alkaline food to help it along. It's just like a machine. You've got to maintain your body every day. Every day. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on and see who's all on and see if there's any comments or questions. Teresa, great tips, Lexi, thank you. Cheryl, that's so true. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Helen. Robert, Vince, Christopher, Kiko. Ah, it's nice to see you all here. Cheryl says, I make my own, but still battling junk food. It's a process, Cheryl, for sure. If you can stop the craving and go to have a plan. Have your plant-based foods ready to go in your fridge or in your house. And when you get that craving, go to that. Go to your bananas, go to your apples, your natural sugars. Take out the salt, the table salt in your house, put in Celtic sea salt or Himalayan sea salt. You can eat that as often as you want. It's not going to hurt you. It's natural salt. It hasn't got toxins put in it. It's got the good stuff in it that our bodies need for our thyroid to run properly and optimum. That's all the tips I can share with you, that I can think of to share with you guys today. Get some pH paper, start testing your saliva or your urine, see where you're at. You want to aim for 7.2 consistently. If it's 7.0, that's fine as well, but you want to aim for 7.2. Day in, day out, all day. Well, that's it for today, guys. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you're making a big salad tonight, be sure to have a nice glass of wine with it, if you're a wine drinker. Next week, I'm going to have a video on investing in yourself, investing in your wealth. Today is investing in your health. Next week we'll be investing in your wealth. And I'm doing it, and it provides me the freedom to work from home. I have an online business, and I have the privilege, and I am blessed to work from home because I have an online business. I invest in myself, and it's changed my life. I'm out of the rat race forever. Forever. I don't have to commute at rush hour back and forth to work anymore. I used to. So next week, that's what I'm going to talk about. Investing in your wealth. Okay? This weekend, invest in your health. Have some fun. Laugh a lot. And the photo I put below this video is the tomatoes that I put in this salad. I washed them. And that's the gunk that came off of there. That was clear water when I started. And now it's yellow. You'll see in the two photos. Yeah. It's pretty gross. That is 11.5 filtered high alkaline water that I use. If you have any questions about that, please put water in the comments and I can talk to you about that. I forgot to eat a tomato. Anyways, I have the little grape tomatoes and I tested this. I ate one that was washed in tap water. No taste, no flavor, bland, ick. I washed one in the 11.5 high alkaline filtered water. The flavor was amazing. I don't even have words for it. It tasted like a tomato is supposed to taste after it came out of that gunky yellow water. Water is really important. Water isn't all the same. So if you want more info about that, please put water in the comments below. Outside of that, guys, keep checking back. If you don't have your notifications turned on for my Go Lives, please go to the top right corner of the screen and turn on the notifications, and then you'll get notified for all my upcoming Go Lives. I am Lexi. You've been watching Live with Lexi. I appreciate you. I see Cheryl's got some more comments here. Let me just take a quick boo. Thanks for the emojis. Water, yes. All right, I'll get back to you, ladies. Awesome. Happy Friday. Have an awesome, awesome weekend, guys. I don't want to make this video any longer. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in my Go Live on Monday. All right. Bye for now.